Good evening, everybody. This is Davey Jones, live on WQEL, Facebook Live, and the YouTube channel. And our show is brought to you in part with the Buckeye Central players and coaches, in part by Mike Kleinite at Ag Credit Residential Lending, Bucyrus, Mount Gilead, and Marion, Dr. Thomas M. Britton at Clubview Vision Center, Lou Ann Krebs, a River's Edge Embroidery, Screen Printing, and Signs, the official foam board t-shirt provider on Route 309 across from the Marion Depot. Also, the Ohio State University at Marion, a Big Ten education close to home. Ted Coder at Monarch Body Shop up in New Washington, at Blythe Friedling and Todd McDougall at Friedling Company Insurance in New Washington. We have with us now the Buckeye Central girls basketball program. Tyler Shade, who is in his third year as a varsity assistant, is with us this evening, along with some of the young women on the team. And Tyler, welcome back to the microphones, and let's talk a little bit about the success we had last year. You'll forgive me, but I was in Florida most of the time when you guys were mounting that up, and maybe that's a good reason why I should go back. But I do remember seeing some pictures on Facebook of the fire engines and the police escort back into town. In fact, I think that one ended up on my Facebook page as well. You guys had a really nice season last year.
Yeah, we did. We went 23-3, undefeated in the league, won the district title, and we had a nice reception from the local fire department coming back, and that's just kind of a testament to the small town support we get, and it was a lot of fun.
All right. So, can we do it all over again, Coach? I guess that's the question.
Yeah, that is the question, and that's obviously the goal of ours. Felt like we probably let one get away last year in the regional. Kind of left a sour taste in our mouth, and we brought that regional game up against Columbus Grove a lot. That's kind of been our driving factor all summer, and this preseason is we tell the girls, we know what we need to get to that level. Now, what do we need to do to take that next step?
Refresh me. What was the final score of that Columbus Grove? How many was it?
Oh, you asked me that too quick. We ended up letting that one get away by 7 or 8 points.
Okay.
A game that we led for the majority of the game, and it kind of slipped through our fingers in the second half.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about who did we lose? We lost a pretty talented ball player.
Yeah, you could say that. We lost 3 seniors, Taylor Ratliff, Kylie Brown, and Kendra Ackerman, and they actually were the winningest class in school history.
Really?
So, yeah, 4 straight district titles in their career, 93 career wins, which is, like I said, a program record. So big shoes to fill, but we also return a lot, and we're excited about some of the returning lettermen we've got.
For example?
It all starts with Claudia Pfeiffer and Emily Cecil. Claudia's a 3-year All-Ohioan.
She's already signed a letter of intent.
Yes, yep, she just signed with Ohio Dominican last week, so we're excited for that. But we're also excited to have a full season with her yet before she heads to Columbus. So Claudia, Emily Cecil was first team All-League last year. We bring back Riley Concert, who'll be a 4-year letterman for us. Julie Evac will be a 3-year letterman. And then we had a pretty successful JV last year that I think went 13-5.
Right.
So we're excited about some of those younger kids that are ready to slot up and fill those shoes.
Who are the teams that are going to be most competitive and in the way looking to knock you guys off?
I think it all starts up in Attica. Seneca East has been there every single year. They'll have to replace Jess Bowerman this year, but they return 4 starters, 3 starters, 4 lettermen, and they've got a lot of size. They're a well-balanced, well-coached team that we're real familiar with. Upper Sandusky didn't have any seniors last year. They played us tough. They always play us tough. They're well coached. I think those are the top of the list. You look at Crawford and Winford are always going to be there with what Kyle and Amy are doing. They're always going to be well coached, fundamental. So I think those are the teams that will probably sort themselves to the top.
You mentioned size in Seneca East, and I think you said Upper Sandusky too.
Yep.
All right. What kind of size do we have? Do we have some young ladies who can rebound the ball by virtue of the fact that we're standing 6 foot or 6'1"?
We are guard heavy. We'll say that. We don't have a lot of size, but we really haven't had a lot to size.
Didn't have a lot of size last year.
No, absolutely not. And I think that's something that we try to have the game plan and the tempo to make up for that and compensate for that lack of size. And we've had success with it in the past, and we're going to have to figure it out with this group of girls on the way to put them in best position to capitalize on that.
You were talking about last year's JV team being successful. What kind of total numbers do we have in the underclass, 9th, 10th grade?
We've got 3 sophomores and 5 freshmen. So, what is that? 8 underclassmen. I think we've got 17 total in the program, so down a little bit from last year. But I think top to bottom, we're real happy with who we've got, the attitudes, the personalities, and the skill set that we got this year.
All right. Do you expect your JVs to be somewhat successful again this year?
They should be. They should be. We've had several scrimmages here the past week and a half or so. They're learning a lot, but we're excited about some of the pieces, and these 4 sitting here at the table with us are going to be a huge part of that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Real quick, this is your 3rd year. How'd you get involved with basketball at Buckeye Central? Are you a teacher and assistant?
No, I'm not. I'm actually live in New Washington, graduated from Buckeye in 2010, and I've been pretty good friends with Abram Capel, our varsity head coach, since before I can remember. We grew up together. We played basketball and baseball together through high school. Our parents are good friends, and he was in need for an assistant, a JV coach, and he reached out to me. Like you said, this is my 3rd year.
Do you have any background in coaching before this?
This is it.
This is it.
This is it. Yep.
You played some basketball?
Yes, I played in high school. Not well, but I played.
All right. Well, sometimes, Terry Francona wasn't a great baseball player either, but he was pretty darn good at managing stuff. All right, we're going to break for a second here. We're going to come back and talk with these young women around the table about the basketball program, their goals, positions, and so on and so forth. Details come up in just one moment. This show brought to you in part by the Burkhart family at Burkhart Farm Sales, your Case IH dealer, farmers serving farmers on the Manette New Winchester Road. Rod Steiger and everybody at Pizza Hut, Bucyrus Gallion, host of our show since 1992. Vince Ponziani and everybody at Waycraft Industries, North Central State College, Mansfield, and the Crawford Success Center, Bucyrus. Anna Newton at Wendy's, downtown Bucyrus and Upper Sandusky, Lee Plymouth and Brad Cyber at the Plymouth Insurance Group, Bucyrus and Gallion. I'll take that microphone, I'm going to segue it right down to the table here. And let's see here. I've got, is this a fine piece of paper? Nope, it's not. I'm looking at the paper and it tells me who these young ladies are. And I got it right here. Actually, we're going to go way down the other end of the table because it's Mara McDougal.
Yeah.
Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah.
All right. And Mara, and say testing 1, 2 real quick. Say testing 1, 2.
Oh, testing.
Okay, I just wanted, because I wasn't coming through, and now all of a sudden you're coming through really fine. Laura, you're segueing out of the volleyball program, right? You in the volleyball program?
Yeah.
All right. And segueing out of a very successful volleyball program to basketball. Is there a big change that you have to endure getting out of volleyball and into basketball, or does volleyball help basketball?
Well, I think basketball and volleyball, like conditioning-wise, there's a big difference. In basketball, you do a lot more running.
Right.
So, conditioning-wise, it's a lot harder to get into that.
All right. Talk a little about the goals you have. what year are you this year? What grade?
Freshman.
You're a freshman. All right. So talk to me a little bit about some of the goals you have just going into this program. Are you going to be playing some varsity, JV, combination of both?
Probably just JV.
All right. What kind of goals do you have for yourself this year?
For myself, probably just work on my shooting, my ball handling, communicating on the court.
What positions do you see yourself as? Are you
I'm a point guard.
You're a point guard?
Yeah.
So are you a guard that can bring the ball up the floor, or shooting guard, or
I bring it up the floor.
you bring up? You don't sound very confident about the shooting game.
I can shoot it okay.
You can shoot it okay? All right. So if that three-point shot is available and your coach tells you to take it, you're going to take it.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So you get three-point shots in. You get some summer basketball in this year.
Yeah, I got a little bit.
All right. You get a volleyball to work with all summer long too, right?
What?
You had volleyball to work with all summer
yeah.
long. All right. So you're confident of your season coming up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good for you, young lady. Thanks for coming back. Okay. Next up is Colleen. Grace. Is it Grace?
Yeah.
Grace. Colleen. Grace, your writing is atrocious.
That's Mara's.
Is Mara's writing? Okay. Mara, your writing is atrocious. Grace, I had trouble reading your name. So, what grade are you in?
I'm a freshman.
You're a freshman as well. And what position do you play?
I'm a forward.
You're a forward? And as a forward, what's your job on the floor, young lady? You're still figuring that out, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Talk to me a little bit about what some of the goals you have this year.
Probably just getting communication up on the court more.
All right. And where do you see, do we play varsity, junior varsity, combination of both?
Probably just JV.
Just JV. All right. You're looking forward to this year, aren't you?
Yep.
All right. Did you play other sports besides basketball?
Yeah, I play volleyball and softball.
All right. Very good for you, young lady. Thank you for coming by. Next is Ella Evac. Don't call me Buck, right?
Yes.
Ella, what grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
You're a sophomore, so you had a little bit of time last year getting involved with this program.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in this program this year? Varsity, JV, combination of both?
I'm hoping to get a little varsity time. I'm
All right.
actually dressing, so I'm hoping to get a little bit of time on the floor, but I'll probably be playing JV too.
What positions do you play?
I'm a shooting guard.
Shooting guard?
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite shot?
Probably like, I don't know, like,
Well, I mean, are you from behind the arc?
no.
No, you're not a three-point shooter?
No, I'm not too good at those
Okay,
yet.
but how about, do you like to drive the lane?
I do like to drive.
All right. So if you got a big post in front of you, what are you going to do? Well, you can shoot it. There's all sorts of things, right, Coach? I mean, you jump right in here. It's all sorts of things she can do. She can pitch it back out, or she can lower her shoulder and nail it to the ground, right?
She's been working.
She's been working at it.
She's been
all
working
right?
at it, yep.
So you have some goals this year?
Yeah, I'm hoping to be a better leader for the underclassmen, the freshmen, and to get better at ball handling and my shooting.
All right. How about other sports?
I run track and I play volleyball.
Very good. Good for you, young lady. Thanks for coming by. And next is Caitlin Best. Caitlin, what grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior, so how much did you see JV time last year or varsity time, combination of both?
No varsity. I played a lot of JV though.
You played a lot of JV and you're hoping to get to more varsity time this year?
I'm hoping to. I'm dressing and hoping to get in a little bit.
All right, what positions do you play?
Left bench.
Left
I'm
bench?
just messing. I'm a forward.
You're a forward?
Yeah.
All right, and talk to me a little bit about some of the things you'd like to see happen this year. What kind of goals you have?
I think our team goals are like kind of just get our energy level up, both on JV and varsity. We just need to get like
Well, based on what you guys are doing here tonight, your energy level is pretty good.
somehow it just doesn't transfer over, but
Yeah.
we're getting there.
All right, listen, I appreciate you stopping by. Other sports besides basketball?
I play softball.
Very good. Thank you for coming by.
Thanks.
Now, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to break here for a second. Coach, you just hold on to that microphone. And we'd like to remind everybody that our show is brought to you in part by Roger Brown at Winks Lock and Safe, South Poplar Street at West Warren, Bucyrus, Matt Ramsey, John Ziegler, Drew Young, Frank Highland, and everybody at Bucyrus Blade, serving worldwide markets from Bucyrus since 1951. Rob Lust at Edgefield Animal Clinic in Marion, Matt Studer's Spitzer Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Kia, a mile east of the Richmond Mall. Coach Tim Plumley, Mohegan Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation, and Doug Woodhull and the Associates at Advanced Fiber Technology. Now rejoining us is the varsity assistant Tyler Shade for the Buckeye Central Girls. And Coach, your first game coming up real darn quick here, right?
Yep, Friday night. Friday
Okay.
night.
And who do we meet?
We got Willards coming into town for. We always start the season with them, and it's usually a pretty big game, and that's how it's going to be this year too.
All right. What do we expect from Willard? How did they do in their league last year?
They won their league, and they went to the regional, and they had Afrocentric on the ropes. They were, I believe, up with a minute to go in that game, so they were just a sniff away from making it to state last year. They graduated a lot, but they've got a lot back. We've started watching some film on them and game planning, and with Coach Fall up there, he's been around for a while. His team's going to be fundamental, well coached, and they're athletic this year, so it's a good matchup for us.
All right. They have a big post player or anything like that?
They've got more size than we do.
All right.
They've got a couple.
But you had more side people. That was the method of operation last year.
Yeah,
You got
absolutely.
around.
Absolutely, yeah. That's part of basketball. That's on us as coaches to, we can't stretch these girls out any. They're as tall as they're going to get, and so that's on us to put a game plan in to maximize their strengths, and we'll see Friday night how we do.
All right, very good at that. And how about the next week after that?
So then the following Tuesday we go to Ashland Crestview.
All right.
It's a program that's had a lot of success in the past. We got them pretty good at home last year, but Coach Goon's got a great program up there. They've had a lot of success, and they're a bigger school, so they're.
When's the first week game?
First league game would be not next week, but the following week against Colonel Crawford.
Very good. All right. Listen, we appreciate you guys stopping by and finishing the sales. Girls, good luck this season. We hope to see you guys back here on the Coach's Show. Some of the things coming up here this week on WQEL. Tonight, in progress right now, Ohio State men's basketball against Bowling Green. The Falcons are down in Columbus tonight, and they're playing basketball on the radio as we speak right now. Wednesday night, it's the Coach's Show from Pizza Hut Galleon with Mike Sparks. It'll be Galleon, Crestline, and Colonel Crawford. Ohio State women's basketball on the radio, Bowling Green from Columbus. Thursday night, Ohio State men's basketball. It'll be Xavier against the Buckeyes down in Cincinnati. Friday, we've got high school basketball on WQEL 92.7. It's Willard at Buckeye Central. We have another game on WBCO 107.5. That'll be Galleon at Crestline on 107.5 at WBCO. The Friday night phone board to follow with Mike Sparks. Saturday, we've got Ohio State football playing the godless Michigan State Spartans in Columbus. That ought to be a dandy. Ohio high school girls basketball on Saturday night at 6 o'clock. It's Cardington at Ridgedale. And then on WQEL, we have the Saturday night phone board with Jared Moore. That'll be at 7:30 on 92.7 FM. I'd like to thank our guests from Buckeye Central this evening. Earlier on, we talked with the boys basketball program at Bucyrus High School. We'll be back again next week. On behalf of all of our guests and everybody here at Pizza Hut, including Crystal Stewart, the general manager, my engineer back at the studio, Danny Lane, Cameron Moon, and Harper Boggs, our engineer and cam operators out here at Pizza Hut. This is Davey Jones. Have a good evening, everybody.